I'm extremely disappointed to come to the realization that we're going to have to come off the trail. I had to call a shuttle driver, and he's going to pick us up tomorrow at 9 a.m. All right, good morning. This is Saturday, September
20.
I don't even know.
24th.
So is it the 24th? Okay.
Yeah,
Day
24th.
6.
Thanks. Yeah. 24th.
Had another rough night's sleep. Wind was just blowing like crazy. Hard to get sleep when your tent flaps are flapping and the wind is blowing and the trees are knocking.
Plus, we didn't have a big meal. We normally have a big meal when we come into camp. And
Made it to Little Boardman Mountain. First big climb of the day. Rest of it's all downhill. All right, hanging on a sign with some trail mail. What does it say, Carl?
it says, Alan, Carl, David and I will be at the shelter in 3.4 miles, Justin.
Nice. We have to get to a shelter. It's 3 miles ahead, and hopefully we meet up with Justin and David.
That'll be so fun.
That is super exciting. You know it's windy when you got whitecaps on a lake. All right, look who we ran into. Justin and David at Cooper Brook Lean-To. Been trying to catch up with these guys for several days now. They've hiked the whole AT up till New Hampshire and then flipped up here to hit Katahdin and then go back and finish New Hampshire. So we're going to get the hike together for the next few days. I really enjoyed the little note you left me. It gave me some energy to get here. On day 6, the trail is much flatter and much easier to hike. So it's pretty cruisy today. And then plus meeting up with Justin and David has kind of give us a little kick of energy. We made it to our second resupply at Joe Mary Road. Phil, our outfitter, has a little setup here where he's got a box with a combination lock on it, and he gave us a special map to try to find this box in the woods. And he had our food waiting for us here.
Yeah, see here, your food.
Yeah.
Please leave your trash in a plastic bag and inside the box. Soda and snacks, help yourself, and thank you for being my guest. And community food, take what you need, leave what you don't.
So this was awesome. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you so much, Phil. This was great.
We're here at Joe Mary Road for our resupply. Nice little river. And these are northbound hikers waiting for their resupply from Shaw's. Phil hid ours in the woods, so we've got ours, but all these people are waiting for their resupply from Shaw's. This will be like our 8th river crossing. We have had wet feet for 6 straight days. Today turned out to be an absolutely beautiful day. This is our reward for 5 days of rain and misery, and it's all worth it. I would have been so upset if I'd have gone home yesterday and missed out on this. Never quit on a bad day. So this is called the Sand Beach. You can camp out here. We're not going to. We're going to go to a shelter. But just thought we'd stop for a look. We absolutely crushed mileage today. My watch says 19.53 miles to get to this shelter, which is down in those woods. Patiwajo lean-to. Got to get set up, eat some dinner, hang out. All right, good evening. We are here at, where are we at?
Patiwajo lean-to.
Lean-to.
Katahdin Spring.
Patiwajo Spring, thank you.
And we are here with several people. We got
Chernobyl,
Care
and
Bear
from Germany,
and
Kevin.
who we were with in 100 Mile Wilderness, Philville. He started at Katahdin, he's going south. We started Monson, we're going north. But good day today. Mileage-wise, we actually knocked out 17.25 miles, so that was great.
I like your mileage better by your watch.
Yeah, my watch said 19.5, so 19.5, 17.25. But anyways, it was a great day today. Weather was perfect.
Beautiful views.
Beautiful views. Hiking weather was awesome. So we're going to get a night's sleep and get up and do it again in the morning. Weather is supposed to be even more spectacular tomorrow, which we need desperately after 5 days of rain.
Yep, and we're having trouble with our fuel can right off the bat.
So we'll see everybody in the morning.
Good night.
It's going to be a beautiful day for a hike. Ran across a sign on the trail that said this was our first view of Katahdin. 30, maybe 40 miles to go to get there. Good morning from sunny Maine, and this time it is truly sunny. This is going to be one of the most beautiful hiking days we've had in the last 7 days. This is Sunday, September 25th. How do you feel today?
I was beat up yesterday because we had a long day. We went 17.2 miles from your Far Out app, and Al had 19.5 miles on his watch. So we had a very, very long day, but we got to see Justin and David.
Yep.
Met up with them, and we had our first view of Katahdin this morning on the trail. That is a beautiful mountain.
Yeah, almost a little intimidating, but we're about 40 miles away from Katahdin. We're going to try to get 18.2 miles done today. I'll put the elevation in the screen here for the day. But man, this should be the best hiking day we've had all week.
And a really nice section of trail where it's not, I mean, we have some difficulty with roots and rocks, but really nice where we can make some miles.
Yeah, it's nice and it's a lot flat. Those first 4 or 5 days were just brutal, but now it's kind of flattened out a little bit. It's gotten a little bit easier, so a little bit better hiking conditions for us.
Yeah, I like this section.
Yeah, so far.
It's not as painful.
All right, we're trying to get to Rainbow Springs Lean-to. Let's see if we make it.
Okay.
Hike on.
Hike on. Yay!
I've seen this in so many through hiking videos. I had forgotten that this was in Maine. For some reason I thought it was in New Hampshire, but this is the easiest climb we'll do all day, do all week. Just right off the trail on this road, we ran into some trail magic. We had pancakes, bacon, coffee, orange juice. Carl's in heaven. He's got his first coffee in 7 days.
I got coffee. Roger and his kids, Millie and Carter, were so nice to provide this for the people hiking through. Had really good chocolate chip pancakes and bacon, but this coffee is to die for. It's so good.
Well, thank you guys for that magic. We do appreciate it. Got a bunch of new hikers showing up. This is Bagheera.
Boom.
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 Water glider.
Water glider.
Oh my god.
Found a little sandy beach. Starting to see some Maine colors. Not a lot of filming today. The trail today, although much flatter than the first 5 days, is equally as difficult. Just the rocks, the roots. We ain't going but 1.25 miles an hour again. And we're getting ready to make an ascent up the hill here. Kind of running out of gas. We are beat up, tired. I don't know what else to say.
Exhausted.
Exhausted. What the trail has looked like all day. There's nothing we could do to prepare for this. We have summited Nasuntabunt Mountain, elevation 1560, which is really discouraging because for as long as it took for us to get up here, it should be more like 8,000 feet. It took over an hour to make the climb. Rough day. There's a lookout from the top of Nasuntabunt Mountain, and off in the distance is Katahdin.
So this is the end of day 7. I'm recording this from the inside of my hammock. We've gone to bed and kind of forgot to do a end of day video. But I'm extremely disappointed to come to the realization that we're going to have to come off the trail. I had to call a shuttle driver, and he's going to pick us up tomorrow at 9 a.m. This trail is no joke, but I can't control the weather. And 7 days that we were out here, it's rained 5 of them. And wearing wet clothes while hiking tends to result in chafing. So of all the different scenarios that I thought could take us out on the trail, chafing is not one of them. But it was 3 days ago. It rained so hard that we were soaked to the bone. I mean, every stitch of clothing on us was wet, and we kept hiking until we could find a campsite. And we set up camp and took shelter about 2 o'clock in the afternoon because it was raining. It was raining so hard that we were near hypothermic. We were just shaking and could barely get our tent set up. But I guess that hiking in wet underwear started the chafing process, and it's just gotten so bad I can't hardly walk. We were supposed to do 18 miles today and only made it 12. And based on our schedule and stuff, I don't even know if we'd have made it to Katahdin. We're still 40 miles away. But I can't take the pain anymore. Plus I got an infected toe. So I guess walking in wet shoes and mud for 7 days has infected one of my toes, because it's just beet red and hurts like dickens. So between my toe injury and my chafing, I'm the one that's bailing out. Carl's still ready to go, but the pain of the chafing is just getting too bad. I can't hardly stand it. So this is going to end our hike. Might get a few minutes in the morning as we jump in the car and take off, but yeah, this pretty much sucks. I mean, I've been planning this for 2 years, training since January, and of all the scenarios that could have taken me out, with broken bones or busted head on a rock or something like that, you know, chafing is not one that I would have thought taken me out. So we'll report again in the morning. Good night. Good morning. This is Monday, September 26th, day 8 of our hike.
What a whirlwind overnight.
Yeah. Big change of plans. Last night I was crying about my chafing. Put some antibiotic cream on. Woke up this morning.
Well, it was absolutely bad. It was, normally when you think about chafing, you just think of a cherry pink abrasion. This was purple and burgundy, and it was absolutely horrible, with thin sliced deli meat hanging off the inside of each thigh.
Yeah, that's about it.
He looked like a $2 hooker after $1 a night at your local cat house. So.
But put some triple ointment antibiotic cream on there last night, and I woke up this morning feeling pretty good. So reapplied some more ointment, canceled the shuttle. We're going to continue on with the hike.
It's a miracle.
It really is, because I don't think I could have hiked much more like that. So we have...
But he's got 2 Exxon Valdez oil spills on either side of his pants.
I won't even show you my pants.
It's not even PG-13.
I've got so much lube on my thighs, and it's rubbed off on my pants. It looks like an oil spill.
I'm going to be awkward hiking next to you.
Yeah.
There's a story in that, and we're not telling it.
It's not pretty.
This is so good, though. I'm elated because we're going to keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to this day. But we got a big day.
We got a big day. We need to get at least 15 in today, and then 15 more in the Baxter tomorrow. And with any luck, hopefully summit on Wednesday. So let's get hiking.
Yeah, and we busted down camp quick, too. Yeah. It only took 7 days to learn how
we
to
may
do
actually be out on time for the first time.
For the schedule, that's everything.
For the first time in 8 days, we're going to get out of here at 7 o'clock. So let's get hiking.
Feel good. Yep. Hike on.
Hike on.
All right, so it's another day of rain. This is day 8, so this is going to make 6 of 8 days in the rain. It's kind of foggy, misty, light rain, nothing hard, but it's actually, I'm just thrilled to be on the trail considering I almost left. Stopped to filter a little water.
Do what?
And while we stopped, the sun came out. 25 miles to Katahdin. All right, Carl just crashed and burned. Number 7, seventh time. He's bleeding from everywhere. Elbows, knees, shins.
But not down there. Yeah.
So 0.1 miles away from the shelter, I had my 4th fall. Slipped on a rock, busted my knee.
Nice.
Got a huge knot on the shin.
Yep. Let's see your head. Take that hat off.
And busted my head.
Oh, yeah. The little kiss from the rock. I used to kiss you there.
Great way to end the day.
Oh my gosh.
Good morning. This is Tuesday, September 27th. We've got Justin, David, and Carl, and myself, Al, ready to exit the 100-mile wilderness. This will conclude 100 miles in Maine, which is probably the toughest 100 miles I've ever done. What do you think?
Absolutely.
I mean,
I have never done 100 miles.
Yeah, there's no describing the difficulty of this trail. But this is our last day in the 100 mile, and we're headed into Baxter, where we plan to summit Katahdin tomorrow. So we're super excited. We're going to get A-Ball Bridge. Carl needs some more coffee.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Justin needs some more munchies.
Munchies.
Munchies. David, what do you need?
Beer. Next you.
At 9 o'clock in the morning.
I respect that, Dave.
We're like at mile 99.2, so we got 0.8 to get out of the 100-mile wilderness, and then
amazing
2 or 3 miles to get to A-Ball Bridge, and then 9 miles to get to Katahdin.
These guys are so trail hardened. I gotta point out that they can chew up the trail like you've never seen, and that's the northbounders we've seen. They just slice through the woods like it's nothing because they have trail legs, and Al and I are just hobbling and wobbling. But Al took a hard fall we could see the shelter.
Yeah.
It was right before we got to the shelter, and he just busted himself up on a rock so bad, knocked his phone into the water. I mean, that was unbelievable.
So we didn't make an ending day video yesterday because, of course, it started raining as we got to camp and had to get camp set up, eat, and we were in bed by 7:30, I think. So let's hit the trail.
All right. Yeah.
Hike on.
Yay!
And here we are at the end of the 100-mile wilderness. This is the northern terminus
Yay!
of the 100-mile wilderness.
We did it.
That was 9 days, actually 8 1/4 days.
Right.
100 miles, 100 tough miles.
So tough. It was the longest hike we've ever done together. It was the most challenging hike I've ever done. And I think it was more difficult on the first half.
Yeah.
Definitely saw a difference in the trail on the second half. But and I had a great night's sleep last night because I was exhausted. And I was beat up this morning so badly.
Yeah, we're going home when this is all over, bruised and battered for sure. Take us several weeks to recover from this. Here's the sign. So that's what southbound hikers see when they enter the 100-mile wilderness, which is the same sign that we saw when we entered on the southern end of the 100-mile wilderness. So we got a mile or two to A-Ball Bridge, 9 miles into Baxter, and then we climb Katahdin tomorrow.
Yep. And Justin and David are still with us. They have made our days shorter just by having good company and good conversation with them. And I can't believe we were able to meet up with them. But they're coming to very close to Katahdin.
Yep.
And then they got a few more miles they got to finish up in New Hampshire.
Yeah, they skipped up so they could
Meet us
and hike with us and then get to Katahdin before it closed. And then they got to flip back down in New Hampshire and finish up 80 miles in New Hampshire. So they're at the very near end of their hike as well.
Yep, less than 100 miles.
Yeah, it's been great seeing them, great hiking with them, great boost of energy when we saw their little trail.
We're going to adopt them.
So let's get to A-Ball Bridge.
Okay, let's go. Hike on, brother.
Hike on.
Woo!
We have exited the 100-mile wilderness. We are now on the Golden Road. We are here on the Golden Road. This is the bridge that crosses the Penobscot River. And this is Katahdin. We look to summit tomorrow morning. This is the A-Ball Bridge camp store. We're gonna go in and get some real food.
What's your name?
Get some sandwiches, drinks, a little resupply if you need it. This is going to taste so much better than trail food. I've got a chicken salad sandwich, Snickers bar, Pepsi, and some Pringles, salt and vinegar. I really wanted a Coke, but they didn't have it. Must have been a Pepsi store. Justin's got some roast beef sandwich, bear claw. David has sandwich and something else. Going to sit down at the picnic table and have a little snack before we walk into Baxter. Clouds cleared out. Now we got a clear view of Katahdin. Got some beautiful Maine tree colors right in front of us. We've made it to the entrance of Baxter State Park. This is the kiosk where hikers come in to sign up for the Birches campsite. We were not staying at the Birches campsite. We were staying at Katahdin Stream. So we've got a weather report here. Information here for hikers. And we're currently filling out registration cards for ourselves, but then the sign-up sheet, only 12 people can stay at Birches, and the sign-up sheet currently has 5. So there's room for 7 more people. Hiking into Baxter now, we get to parallel the Penobscot River for a while. We've been hiking the AT in Baxter State Park for several miles now. We have 4.8 miles left to get to our campsite. We'll have to register with the ranger station, claim our campsite, set up camp, eat dinner, get a good night's rest for the morning summit of Katahdin. It's been kind of nice trail in Baxter. We've been hiking alongside the Penobscot River. It just makes for nice, serene mood as you're hiking. Should get there in maybe a couple hours. Another rock hop to get across the river. We've been lucky so far today and been able to keep our feet dry. This is called Big Niagara Falls. It's amazing to me, these trees that are able to grow on top of a rock. This is Grassy Pond, and right behind Grassy Pond is Mount Katahdin.
Hello.
We're 0.1 miles away from our campsite and 5.3 miles away from the finish of our hike. We've made it into Baxter State Park. We're in Katahdin Stream Campground, site number 16. We got Carl, David, Justin, and David's friend Jonah. It's going to hike up with us tomorrow. We'll be getting up around 5 and heading out about 6. Should be epic. This is the Hunt Trail. This is the trail that we'll be taking up and down from Mount Katahdin. Good morning. It is Wednesday, September 28th.
Yep.
And it's summit day. We're getting ready. We're up at 5, getting ready to start heading up the trail by 6. 4 hours maybe to the top of Katahdin. Hang out for a while, turn around and come back down. Is everybody excited?
I'm very excited, and you could see just the first light of the morning.
So we got Justin on the left, Carl behind me, David on my right, and then David's friend Jonah
Blank,
who flew in from Colorado to climb Katahdin with David. So that's awesome. Great to have you, Jonah.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And let's get hiking.
All right.
yay!
Hiker registration.
Yeah, it's just for the party.
The party? Okay. hiking up the Hunt Trail. 5.2 miles to the summit. They say it could take at least 4 hours to get up there. We have a 4,200 foot ascent. This is the pinnacle of the hike, but it's also gonna kick our donkey pretty good.
You are entering Maine's largest wilderness. Your safety is your responsibility. Set a turnaround time and stick to it. Your destination is your safe return to the trailhead. Rescuers can be many hours in arriving.
Ooh.
I thought you were making me think it was live.
All right, we got the first mile done. It was pretty, I don't know, they say it's supposed to be pretty easy, but we worked up a pretty good sweat. Next 2 miles, we'll be doing a lot of rock scrambling and bouldering. That's where it really slows down. This is Katahdin Stream Falls. All right, so the so-called easy part of the hike is over. We now have rock scramble for several miles, I think. Good luck to us. This is the current state of the trail. It is slow going. Two miles in, 3 miles to go. We continue our ascent. We are a little over halfway, and it's getting harder and harder. We are now just climbing above tree line. What do you think, Bubba?
Pan that camera up there. That's just amazing. That's just absolutely amazing.
We are now officially above tree line. We're in the clouds. How's the pucker factor?
It's real. It is real and it is high. This is incredible.
Following the white blazes all the way up. We're getting ready to ascend into the mist. Yes. It's crazy to look at, but we still have more to go up.
Never forget this day. Never.
I'm trying to hold the camera horizontal, and if you look at the angle of the mountain, that's how steep it was coming up here. And we just caught the beginning of the color change in Maine. We're closer to the top than we are at the bottom. Keep following the white blazes. So we just finished that ascent. That took us 45 minutes to get up here. We're now in the tablelands. It's a little flatter, a little easier to navigate, hopefully. Pretty cold, pretty windy, but maybe we can catch our breath. Maybe. So we have to stay in the tablelands here between these ropes so we don't damage any vegetation. So that between the rope lines is our trail. A little easier hiking on the tablelands. I don't think it'll stay this way for long, but we'll take the breather when we can get it. Here is Thoreau Spring. It's the last water source, but we've been recommended not to drink out of it. A lot rockier now. We have one more summit, less than a mile to the top. We are within 1/10 of a mile of the summit. A few more blazes and we'll be there shortly. If you look closely, you can see the sign. We're within about 30 yards. The fog is thick. The pilgrimage is almost complete. Everybody here is finished. Well, Justin and David have 80 miles left, but how do you guys feel? Awesome. We're proud of you guys.
Thank you.
You did a great job. Jonah, how do you feel?
Spent more time on planes and hiking, so I'm feeling good.
He's good. Bubba?
Everything after this is just going home.
Going downhill.
This was an excellent challenge for us.
Going down is a lot harder than going up. Gravity wants to pull you face down. So this is our descent. It is very sketchy. That's where we got to get to, and then we go down. Still making our descent. Very slow, very, very slow. Going up that and coming down that was about the sketchiest thing I've ever done. Pucker factor was a 10. Fall number 8, coming down Katahdin.
But Justin saved me.
He did. He threw his body down so you'd have a cushion.
My hero.
All right, it is 3:05 on Wednesday, 28th. Took us 5 hours to get to the top of Katahdin, 4 hours to get back.
And that was a long, really challenging day that wrung about everything we had out of us.
Yeah, that was the scariest, sketchiest, most dangerous, but pucker factor 10
Coming down especially.
coming down.
Because it rained and those rocks were slick as could be.
Yeah, going up and coming down. I mean, that was just, we're whooped. Got our butts kicked today, bad, but feeling pretty satisfied.
Al, I feel like this is the best thing I've ever done in backpacking in my life, and it was a true challenge. It was hard enough going through the 100-mile wilderness, but to have the ascent to Katahdin after that, good night. That really demanded every bit of energy that we could possibly muster to get up and to get back down in time.
Yeah.
And Al did plan for a 10-hour trip. He planned for us to be
And we made it back
5 hours up, yep, and 5 hours back.
So we're gonna rest a little bit here. We got a shuttle driver coming at 5. So this effectively ends the hiking part of the video. So we had the hike we had the trip before the trip.
Right?
Then we had the trip, which was the hike, and now we're gonna have a couple days post-trip. This will be the trip after the trip in Millinocket.
It's called recuperation.
Yeah. So we gotta.
I don't know how much road burning we're going to do, but we're definitely going to have to recuperate.
We've got a hostel in Millinocket. We're gonna stay there for 2 nights. We're gonna mess around Millinocket a little bit, but we're gonna eat some town food.
I can't wait.
I don't even know what I want to eat first. I just want to eat it all. So let's get packed up. Let's get in the shuttle and let's get a shower. We hadn't had a shower in 10 days.
Yeah, isn't that incredible? I mean, we
10
can't even
days
we
without
can't
a
even
shower.
smell ourselves
Yeah.
anymore. We're just so rank. We just can't even pick up that odor. But I'm sure other people can.
Yes. Did you hear that little girl?
Oh yeah, yeah.
We passed this lady and this little girl on the trail, and the little girl's like, "Mommy, those people stink." So yeah, I'm sure we do. 10 days without a shower is
It's going to be a long ride.
It's a new record for
It's going
me.
to be a long ride for Lloyd to Millinocket.
yeah. He's gonna have 5 stinky
Oh
guys.
my gosh, I feel so bad.
All right, well, let's get us a little rest up before we hop in that shuttle.
All right,
It's been a great hike.
brother, I wouldn't have done it with anybody else but you to do this, and I got to tell you, Al planned a great trip, and he was not giving up on going to Katahdin. He kept pushing that, and that last day that we had to get to Herd,
Yeah.
that was, I think, Al's most outstanding performance, was to get us there so we would be back on schedule and able to do this trip to completion.
Yeah.
So thank you,
So
Al.
we got set behind with some weather problems,
and some physical
and some physical problems,
Physical problems.
some mental problems.
Can you guess which one?
I had 2 mental breakdowns. Carl fell 8 times. I fell 5.
Oh my gosh, I'm beat up.
So yeah, this was hard. This is the hardest hike I've ever done in my life. But I'm glad I did it.
I want to say that the boys went up with us, and Justin stuck with us going up and coming back. And he went at a much slower pace because David and Jonah were through way before we got back in time. But that was nice.
Yeah, it was
to be able to spend some time
fun hiking up with
the scout from our past.
Former scout.
Yep.
Good scout.
To do that. He is such a good kid.
Yeah. He threw his body down.
He threw his body down. I was going down this slanted downhill, just slick as could be with rain, and I lost my footing. I had no grip, and I came sliding down, and Justin threw his body down for me to land on it to kind of cushion my fall. And I looked over at him, I said, "You sure squeeze easy, purdy man." And then peanut butter came out of his nose, but it didn't smell like peanut butter.
You did have some blood, didn't you?
Yeah, I got...
tore up his finger?
Tore up my finger on my 8th fall.
So, all right, so we're gonna end the hiking part of this video and head on into Millinocket, get us a shower and get some town food.
Okay.
Ready to go?
I'm ready, brother.
Hike over. This is the hostel we'll be staying at for the next day. The hostel has private rooms, and it also has a bunkhouse for 8, which is in the back right there. Coming into the hostel, we walk down a small hallway and we have the kitchen. And in the kitchen, got a table and a toaster oven and a microwave and a small refrigerator, and these are complimentary snacks for everybody that stays here. Carl and I are in room number 1 with 2 twin beds. And then in here, there's a
community living room. Bathroom right there. And there's another bedroom. And outside here you got a little yard. That's the bunkhouse. That sleeps 8, I believe. Then there's the laundry facilities here, and then there's 2 more bathrooms and 2 more showers. So this is downtown Millinocket. It's very old, very historic. We ate at that Angelo's Pizza last night. Immediately after the trail, we took showers and came up here and chowed down a big pizza. We're gonna get breakfast this morning at the Appalachian Trail Cafe. What you got, Carl?
I got top poutine.
Top poutine, French toast, eggs, tater tots. Poutine. Spider, what you got?
Oh, the Millinocket special.
Alright,
Knife's edge omelet.
Alright,
Also the Millinocket special.
very good. This is the other hostel in Millinocket. This is the Appalachian Trail Lodge. This is actually owned by Poet and Hippie Chick owned Shaw's in Monson, and this is Hippie Chick's parents that own this hostel. Place is huge.
Scoot again.
Scoot again. Carl's got a cheeseburger. Steak. What do you got?
Scallop roll.
Scallop roll.
Clam roll.
Clam roll.
Beers.
They got no food. Alright, we were back at the Appalachian Trail Cafe for our farewell to Millinocket breakfast.
Good morning.
Carl's got French toast and bacon, and then I've got a breakfast burrito.
Yum, yum. Gotcha.
It's just a chemical that
Ian was like, I thought it was going to be like really.
So we got a shuttle to a gas station, and we're getting on this bus for a ride down to Bangor.
All right.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Birthday to you. Here you go. It was just
So we're landing in Charlotte with Hurricane Ian just hitting South Carolina. The pilots
are shaking them.
Yeah, the pilot came on and said that the landing would be a little uncomfortable, but completely safe. How do you feel about that?
Boy, what a spin. This thing's shaking us up like a cocktail shaker. He said it would be, what?
We're landing in 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts,
Yeah.
but completely safe.
While we're in the air.
Hey, we just climbed Katahdin. Surely we can handle this.
Yeah, but it's not the plummet that kills you. It's that hard sudden stop at the end of that.
So just as we get to Charlotte, this is what we'll come home to.
It was just a little bit lower than it needs to be.
okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Hey,